Alright, so I'm about to show you a very unusual situation here in Funafuti. So the capital city of Tuvalu, which is in the Pacific. It is quite remote, and the statistics says that Tuvalu is the least visited nation in the world. So lately there has been about 2,000 visitors. When I say visitors, these are the tourists. These are not the expats or the workers from another country or Tuvaluans from another country going back to their mother land. So this is something that is quite unusual. So I'm about to show you an airfield or an airstrip that during the flight days, it's a landing site or a takeoff site. But during the regular days, it's a social place. All right. So this is only in Funafuti, in the tiny nation in the Pacific, and that is Tuvalu. I think I'm getting lucky. So I am next to the airstrip, came from the end of the island, and there is a special flight this Saturday mid-morning, and the airstrip is free of debris and people as well, and I can see there is a plane taking off. This is the same plane that I will be boarding in on Tuesday, and today is Saturday. There's a special flight. I can see that all the motorcycles are not permitted to move along the airstrip, and I can see I think that's a police officer, and here there is a plane taking off, and that's a Fiji Air, so heading back to Fiji. So I am next to the airstrip. As a matter of fact, I saw this airplane when I was at the tip of the island about an hour ago. Just landed, and this was the same plane I was boarded in my arrival 2 days ago, and now it's on the runway. The runway is clear, and then the plane just turned around from the airport, and now it's heading to this direction. All motorcycles are on standby, so the motorcycle and walking and have to be also standby because there is a plane taking off. This is fascinating. So this airstrip is a combination of both social area as well as aircraft takeoff and landing. All right, here you go. Take a look. Here's the plane. Now that's the plane. So all back to normal. Fascinating to see how. So the plane landed. So I'm so lucky to see the takeoff of the plane. special departure arrival here from Fiji to Funafuti, then back to Fiji. That's the same plane I'm boarding in on Tuesday. It's Saturday, and then now the life here along the airstrip is back to normal. All right, heading back to town. After the flight, like today's Thursday, so in the afternoon, this turns out to be a massive playground. Isn't that nice? So Tuvalu is a very small nation. It's an atoll island, and it's a flat island. There are no mountains, so people take advantage of what they have. So it's double purpose, an airstrip and a playground as well. I will do it if I'm here. Alright, so I've been walking along the airstrip for about an hour now, so getting an exercise as well. Now it's almost 6 and even lots and lots and lots of young children, youth, adults and cyclists are everywhere and having their great time here on the airstrip. So playing their national sports, they're playing football, soccer, and I think there's a volleyball on that side. There's just people just chilling around with their food in their hand. And apparently I can see that the airstrip is pretty clean. So I was expecting that it's quite rubbish, but it isn't. So I think people are educated to maintain the cleanliness of the airstrip for safety reason. And I just had a good chin wag with a couple of local, okay, wonderful local. Even they gave me even some tips and advices on how to enjoy my stay and what to do here in Tuvalu. And then they made mention that when there is a landing, a plane is landing, there are two sirens. The first siren informs the people that there is a plane landing, and people already know the schedule of the plane landing from Fiji. And the second siren is that everybody will stop and crossing the airstrip is not permissible. That's why upon my arrival, okay, when the plane was landing, so there were nobody on the airstrip. Everybody on the side, even dogs are being withheld. So it looks like, okay, although you'll see, okay, this is a dangerous situation. I think if people are well informed, they are well educated about the situation, for them to utilize it as a social event as well as an airstrip, then it's a two-in-one. So everybody would be happy. Right. So it's almost 6 now. I think it's time to head back to my hotel. And also, plus, by the way, also I learned that this airstrip is also a camping site at nighttime, especially during the cool season. That you'll see people sleeping here on the airstrip with their mattresses. Alright, so it's really multifunctional. And then here in Tuvalu, so just give a smile to these kids because they are really friendly. Alright, so heading back that direction. My hotel is about a quarter of a mile here in the Funafuti in the airstrip. Hello. Alright, bye for now. Have a good night. Cheers. One more thing, and it's fascinating to see that although this nation has an internet, but the internet is really spotty and it's very expensive. A SIM for 1 gig would cost you 10 Australian dollars. So that's about almost $8 per 1 gig. So it's quite expensive, especially here in Tuvalu. So since internet exists here, but it's not as fast as you could imagine, although there is a 4G LTE. So you will see, instead of being right in front of the computer, playing games, which is the most common serious problem nowadays in the Western world, or even in the places where there is easy access to the Wi-Fi. So here you will see, instead of sitting in front of television, playing on video games, here you see there's a social interaction among people, young and old. And on that side there are Bible players. On that side there are adults. Then there are children and young people. I think this is the beauty of it. So they're getting an exercise as well. So I love this setup. So you should love it too. Instead of, if you have kids, you probably would not want them to be right in front of the computer and then not knowing what they're doing. But in this case, because of the limitation of the access, and not everybody has access to internet in this nation, then here's what you got. So socialization, sporting events. So this is fabulous, isn't it? All right. So have a good night, everyone. So this is from Funafuti, the capital city of the island nation in the Central Pacific, Tuvalu. Cheers. the least destination in the world. I'm here in Funafuti Airport, and then by airway is Fiji Airways. The plane, and then this airstrip is airstrip during the flight times, but it's a they call this also a social place. That's Funafuti International Airport. I'm here in Tuvalu, the least visit destination in the world. I'm checking in to the immigration. Welcome to Tuvalu.